We'd all like to hole more putts out on the golf course. So today we're at Celtic Manor to get some putting tips from Jack Backhouse.
So this is a Vizio tee bar. It's a tee, and basically the idea is that you roll the putt straight down the line so that the face is square when you start. It also works really well with this Odyssey Tri-Hot putter. So you get yourself square to the front of the line, and the idea is if you can make a stroke where you produce a square face at impact, the ball will roll down the line, and if you've lined it up straight, it should go straight in like that. Have a go.
No pressure after you've held it.
No pressure, but that went straight in.
I rolled that straight down.
Don't blame me, you hit the pot.
Sorry, how have I been robbed here? Those both went straight down the middle.
I've no idea what you're talking about.
Yours came off the left of it.
It's okay, Hannah. You can have some more goes if we want to get it right with the camera. Don't hate the player, hate the game. I knocked it straight in.
Yeah, but yours came off the rail.
Didn't seem that hard when I did it.
No, that's gone.
Straight in.
That's what
I don't know what your problem is.
This tests your putting and your alignment.
It certainly tests your resilience because it's annoying. That was a left edger. Oh God. So what we're seeing here is you're struggling with a shut face at impact. This isn't really a technical video, but you might want to address that with your coach. If we could get one good one for camera, that'd be helpful, wouldn't it? Then we can move on to another drill. For God's sake, we're here all day. We're gonna run out of daylight. Find a sloping pot, 3 balls down, and we're gonna hit them at 3 different paces. So you're gonna hit the first putt on a line that doesn't allow for much break, but you're gonna hit it quite hard. So we probably want this one to finish like 3 foot by. The second one you're gonna hit at a more like standard or optimal pace where you probably finish 1.5 foot by. And then the third ball, we're gonna play as much break as possible and literally get it to die in on its last roll. You'll get better at green reading, pace and line control, but you'll also get a feel for how you like to see putts go in. I like to play more break and hit it soft, feel like there's less to go wrong. Like there's tall players who like to just bang it in confidently because they're not worried about the 3-footer coming back. But for me, that's just not how I see it. So this is a downhill left to right to lefter. So you might want to see this one die in, but there's some putts where actually you might find you just prefer hitting it harder. I don't think there's a right answer for any putt, if you like, but
I guess it can vary on the circles too. Like if you're playing match playing, you don't care about the one cut.
Yeah.
Than to worry about all.
Exactly. So what's this one? Firm and straight.
Ish. Oh, nailed it.
No bother.
Maybe I need to change my strategy.
Here we go, yeah. A bit more break and a bit softer.
Oh.
Not high enough. Good speed. Hit that one harder.
Definitely hit that too.
Yeah, that was good.
Well,
but that was good. That was better, wasn't it? Played more break, it finished shorter, so that was pretty good. What I see people do wrong all the time when they're working on stuff like this is they hit like 3 balls from the same spot at basically hitting the same putt 3 times, where what you've done there is, although the balls were close together, it's not the same read and it's not the same putt because you're trying to do something completely different. Distance control is the most important skill in putting. This is our first distance control drill. What I like to do with players when working on distance control is like not put to a hole, because I think people get too sort of target focused. You know, we're stood here at 10, 15, 20, 25 feet. The chance of you knocking these in are basically 0, and certainly for the average mid-handicap golfer watching this video, it's definitely 0. I've laid a towel out on the ground there because I think it's like a nice big object to put to. And the idea is if you can get the ball to land on the towel, then that's good enough for a tap-in, basically.
I think it gives you a good visual of like the zone rather than just focusing on like the hole.
Yeah, definitely. I quite like the dustbin lid analogy, but I don't know when the last time I had a dustbin lid. I've always got a golf towel in my bag, and actually you could almost use like a bath towel for this because they're never that big, and even if it was 6 foot, it'd only be 3 foot left or 3 foot right. The other thing I like to do is I like to do it from measured distances. I paced out the footage here, and I just find that if you know that this is a 25 footer, when you get out on the course and pace it off, and it might be 25 feet, and then you've got like some subconscious memories of hitting 25 footers. Over time, you probably get better at 25 footers if you know you've hit lots of 25 footers. First one's 10 feet. We are slightly uphill. No problem for Hannah Holden. And if you were really gonna test yourself, something you could do is put the 10 foot on this side of the hole, put the 15 foot on the other side of the hole, or do 10 foot, 25 feet, you know, and just do it randomly. No problem. Like putting is your.
This putter's really nice.
Right in your wheelhouse, yeah. Oh, wide and long. Things were going so well. We're now at 25.
Go.
Sure, if you did that even just before you went and played, I think your pace putting would be so much better. You quickly get a really good feel for the greens that day. The other reason I like the towel is because it's generally quite a wide target. It takes people's minds off line. Actually, the target when you're putting and you're not trying to hole it, if you're just trying to two-putt, your target's loads bigger. I find that that's quite a freeing thing. One of the big reasons I think people three-putt is they strike the putter badly. When the putting stroke gets really long, the chance of you miss-hitting becomes less and less. Now, this putter's got really good perimeter weighting, so you'd still get a really good ball speed from toe and heel strikes, so you'd probably get away with it. But the older putters and the blade putters aren't quite as good. Something I have people do when they're struggling to get the long putts close is like a gate drill that you'll have seen Tiger do sort of over and over, and every time he's ever played golf. Line your putter up, it doesn't really matter, we don't have to be counting to targets. Stick a tee in the ground, sort of just outside the toe and just outside the heel.
You're not giving much room for
well, I'm not going to hit the putt, so, and I quite like to see you make a mistake, it'd be funny. And then the idea is that you'd stand here hitting sort of 25-30 footers back and through, pin the tees. I managed that okay. I was like that on record. In putting, it's all about, you know, direction is pretty much entirely dictated by the club face angle. We're not really getting too much into the mechanics of straight back, straight through, or arcing it, or whatever. We're more just interested in square face. No problem.
Oh, thank God for that.
Now, I don't normally like people sort of doing too much block practice, certainly with the short game, because I don't really see the merit of hitting the same 30-footer over and over and over again. But unlike a pre-shot, not a pre-round warm-up, hitting 10 putts through a gate just to sort of either recalibrate your strike or just give you the confidence that your strikes are good and your strokes on point at the moment, is a really, you know, would be great.
I also think it's quite nice.
Might box it.
Oh,
hello.
It gets you working without really overthinking it.
Yeah.
Just focusing on the strike and then seeing how far the ball goes.
And I just think it's so hard to be good at lag if you don't consistently hit the middle of the face. It's like, you know, it's like the same with your driving, isn't it? If you don't, might have two. If you don't hit the middle of the face, you can't expect to get optimal results, can you? 10 putts. If you did it for, you know, 10 or 20 putts every time you play, then, you know, you might, the first time you do it, you might not, you'll find that you might have a toey or heely or whatever. But once you've centered it, it's just like that daily calibration idea where you could do this at home between two, like, glasses, couldn't you? Or two mugs, or
if you're feeling brave.
2 books or whatever. But no, it's good. It's a good drill.